Welcome to Druid Sermon with Seer Vision Episode 2. This is Druid Bloodstone and I'll be your host over the next 40 odd minutes, 40 minutes to an hour, half hour maybe. I talk for between 20 minutes and half an hour, then I've got a 15 minute Seer Vision recorded. I'm going to play a recorded vision again tonight. I'm not doing a live vision, it's too broad daylight just now, it's pitch bright. We came on too early. Still not dark enough for a Seer vision, unless I go in my grove, but I can't record in the grove, so I can't go in there just now. Yeah, anyway, that's that. So, on the show tonight, we'll be talking about Druidism, the gods, and politics. We must always talk about politics. Politics is important. It is fundamental to survival in any planet on the cosmos. Politics of that planet dictates the future of the people and the animals and the beings of that planet. Politics is fundamental. We'll also be talking about revolution, whether it's needed, whether it's not needed, or whether it can never happen. We'll be talking about suffering and shamanic journeying. Now, as for Druidism, let's go on to Druidism. This is from Obod's website. That's the Order of Bards, Obates and Druids. This is the 7 gifts of Druidism. The first gift is a philosophy, which emphasises the sacredness of all life and our part in the great web of creation. It cares passionately about the preservation and protection of the environment, and offers a worldview which is ecological, geocentric, pragmatic, idealistic, spiritual and romantic. It does not separate spirit and matter. It offers a sensuous spirituality that separates physical life. Now, the philosophy I hold dear is caring. Caring about the planet and the people that live on the planet, the human, plant and animal populations, as well as the gods and goddesses that I see, your spirit guides, your 3 spirit guides and all the spirit guide workers that work with them, or their compatriots, or their IC workers. I don't know what to call them, I've got to think of a good name for them. I've in a future episode, I think, or something. The workers that work alongside our 3 spirit guides, when they show you all these visions. Now, the philosophy I hold dear is caring. Caring about other people. Caring about yourself first and foremost, because if you can't care about yourself, then you won't be able to care for anybody else in a proper way. You might be able to devote yourself to other people and fulfill most of their needs, but you won't fulfill all their needs because you're fundamentally lacking in your own care on what you need for yourself. If you don't know what you need for yourself, then you can't figure out what another person truly needs. So it starts with caring for yourself, then caring for other people and the environment that we live in, our community. The second gift puts us back in touch with nature, with a set of practices that help us feel at one again with nature, our ancestors, our own bodies and our sense of spirit. By working with plants, trees, animals, stones and their ancestral stories, 8 seasonal celebrations help us attune to our natural cycle and help us to structure our lives through the year and to develop a sense of community with all living beings. That's another thing which really appeals to me to Druidism in the old way, my love of nature. I love nature. Throughout my childhood we used to go on holiday for 1 month into the countryside to my mum's bit in Ireland, Donegal, out in the farmlands, sheep farming land, out in the hills down by the rivers. It was amazing roaming. I'm a city boy, I was brought up in Glasgow, I'm a city boy. I was brought up in the streets of Glasgow, a bit rough around the edges, but in my younger days, but I've mellowed out now. I've truly woke up. I have awakened. And I love my time in Ireland, my holidays and my childhood. Playing with my cousins, running about the fields, exploring all the plants and animals, going down to the river, down to the beaches. It was amazing being with nature. That's what nature means to me. Enjoying yourself with those that care about you, but therefore those that matter to you. Because you care about them and you also know that they care about you. So you enjoy your time with them a lot better. That's the type of people I want in my life. Type of people that are caring and that can care about other people. Care for themselves and care for other people. The third gift brings her healing, with practices that promote healing and rejuvenation, using spiritual and physical methods in a holistic way to promote health and longevity. At this moment I'm struggling with healing because I'm smoking too much plants, smoking too much tobacco. I've got to cut it down. I've been warned by my spirit guide to cut out the shamanic, not the shamanic, what do you call it, the cigarettes, because my lungs are damaged. You can tell the coughs I have. Sorry, pardon me. You can tell the coughs. I've got a chesty cough. Once again, I can tell I've been smoking all day. Once again, plants are ruining my life. I've got to get in control of these plants and chuck smoking tobacco. Maybe once I'm out of the situation I'm involved in at this moment in time, the work stress I'm involved in, I'll be able to chuck cigarettes. But this moment, for the next month, next 1 to 3 months, I won't be able to chuck cigarettes. No, it's going to be impossible. Too much work to get done. Anyway, back to this. The fourth gift affirms our life as a journey, with rites of passage for the blessing and naming of children, for marriage, for death, for other times of initiation, when it is helpful to ritually and symbolically mark our passage from one state to another. Life is a journey. It's a long journey, a very long journey. It's not just one life cycle. It is loads of life cycles. Our souls is immortal. Our human endeavour is short. We only last between 50 and 100 years. 100 years. If you're lucky, you get between 80 to 100. Some people die young, some die very young. Get another chance at life. And life is all about transcending, to break the cycle of death and rebirth. Why would you want to be reborn? What's so great about the earth? It can be great. We can create a utopia on the earth, but we're not. We're sitting in our homes watching the television instead of taking to the streets, voting for the right parties, protesting and helping people out. It's a journey, life. A journey we must all take. We can sit it out, let life pass by us, and waste that journey. Then we'll have achieved nothing. We get reborn, probably thrown in the animal kingdom for wasting mother's time. Might not get reborn in the animal kingdom, but you'll definitely be reborn if you waste your life away. It's all about helping people, achieving things. Even if it's just parenthood. Not everyone's capable of having children, but then we've got to find other endeavours to try and achieve too. I've no children of my own. I'm a bit old to start. Wasted life. But I'm on the right path now, and I'm not straying from this path. I've got help from the spirit world, the I, she, from the gods and goddesses, from my 3 spirit guides and the workers that help them and therefore help me. And I'm eternally grateful to all of them. Not just my 3 spirit guides, but the workers that work with them. I'm eternally grateful to them visions they have shown me and the things they have put up with in my life story, well, I've tried and transferred and struggled to reach a better state of life. It's hard. The life journey we're all on is hard. I find it hard. I struggle at times. We all do. Only the very rich find life easy. But how easy do they find it? Do they have real friends? Or is it all fake? Are they filled with psychopaths? Sucking up to them, licking up to them, massaging their egos? They're not friends. They would ditch you in a second. As soon as you reach a downturn, lose your money, they're all disappearing. What are you left with? Nothing. No friends, no money, nothing. Just an empty shell. Then you're going to turn a nog. If you're an empty shell life, world of psychopaths and psychophants, you were reborn in the animal kingdom, an insulting mother. The fifth gift opens us to other realities, with techniques for exploring other states of consciousness, other realities, the other world. Some of these are also used by other spiritual traditions and include meditation, visualization, shamanic journeying, and the use of ceremony, music, chanting, and sweat houses, but they're all grounded in specifically Celtic and Druidic imagery and tradition. That's what I love about Druidism. Shamanic journey, the fifth gift, when it opens you up to other realities, other dimensions, where other beings live, where the I, she live, where the gods and goddesses live. And not just that, all the spirits, all the animal spirits on earth. I've seen some in shamanic journey, the ones that have passed over in the lower world. Give me great advice. The great stag gives me great advice about what happens if you go to the underworld. I would never go to the underworld after seeing what the great stag showed me. Terrified me. I would never murder anyone, rape anyone, torture anyone. I would never kill. Unless it's in self-defense. Only in self-defense will I take a life. The defense of myself, my community, my family, and my country. That's the only reason to take a life. And if our countries are fighting on the wrong war, I don't know what would happen then. I wouldn't like to be in such a situation. It's a difficult one. People have got to wake up to the politicians. I'm not reaching enough people on YouTube. Don't know how many people watch my videos. I think my stats are right. I've been a bit controversial the past several years. I've been promoting the website. So I have absolutely no idea how public I am. Some of my videos are up at 100,000 views, the music ones, but my Druid ones are down low. And I know they're getting listened to, because people have spoke to me about that. So what do? Do we shamanic journey, forget about the world, put our head in the clouds, forget about everyone? No. That she would not allow that. It would forbid you from it. You receive shamanic journey wisdom to give you advice in life, then you carry out that advice. That's the whole point of shamanic journey in Druidism and shamanism. And shamans help other people. I'm a shamanic Druid, Seer. I love being a shaman, I love being a Druid. I love being a seer. My calling. I've had this calling my whole life. It's a path I've been on for years now. Had a good childhood, never wanted for anything. Suffered a bit, brought up in a poor family, but I never wanted for anything. My parents never had much money. Sometimes we were out of work, both of them. Sometimes we were barely had enough food to live on. But I was never hungry. I always had good, clean clothes. I always had toys. My parents done the best for me, because they put their family first. In shamanic journey, you're taught what's important. Family is important. Your kin, then your human family, then the animal family, that's the earth family, then the galaxy family, then the cosmos family, then the I see, the gods and goddesses. The sixth gift develops our potential. Druid, as it is practiced today, offers a path of self-development that encourages our creative potential, our psychic and intuitive abilities, and fosters our intellectual and spiritual growth. That's what's good about Druidism. You're encouraged to fulfill your potential to the best of your capabilities. You might not be a genius at anything, but you will be good at some things. And you could be a genius at something you're not aware of at this moment in time. Maybe through one of your Druid contacts, or one of your friends, or one of your colleagues. Maybe they put you in a mood for a wee hobby. Maybe you develop a passion for it. Then you find out, hey, I have that epiphany. I am a genius after all. I never knew it. I believe we all have that potential to be a genius at something. It's just finding out what we're good at. And then do that. Be good to get paid for what you do, what you enjoy doing. The seventh gift of Druidry is a gift of magic. It teaches art of how we can open to the magic of being alive, that of how we can bring ideas into manifestation, and the art of journeying in quiet wisdom, healing and inspiration. Magic. I believe in magic. Magic is science that is yet to be explained by Earth scientists. Aliens have magic. Their technology is magical compared to us. They have force fields and things like that. And what I've seen in shamanic journey, what the IC have got, the technology they have got, and what the IC are capable of doing, that can only be described as magic. How can you have a two-way conversation with your three spirit guides? Magic. Science can't explain it, so it's magic. Magic is what can't be explained by modern scientists, so we label it as supernatural mumbo-jumbo, some people call it. It's not mumbo-jumbo. Magic is not mumbo-jumbo. Magic is the lack of knowledge. That's what it is. We don't know enough. We still to learn more. That's what magic is. Now, I'd like to talk about politics. The three human classes. The top class is the aristocrats and the corporocrats. They're the ones in charge of it all. They're the ones who are lording it over the rest of us. The second group of people is the middle classes. That's your doctors, your policemen, your surgeons, your managers, your bank managers. And then you've got the underclass. I don't call it the working class, I call it the underclass. That's the rest of us. All the shop assistants, all the construction workers, all the manual workers, Does I say office staff? Does it? All the office staff. It's the rest of us. And all the unemployed. And all the disabled. We're the underclass. We prop up the middle and upper classes and allow them to live the lifestyle that they're accustomed to. They do it at our expense. We die young, they eat healthy and live long. We eat poor and die young, they eat healthily and live longer. We need to change what we do if you're in underclass. If you're in the middle class, you have to ask yourself, what sort of plan have the cult got? And ask yourself this, if you're one of the 500 million, that's the cult's plan. That's the aristocrats and corporates' plan. To reduce the population on this planet to 500 million people. And they're so confident of carrying out that plan, they've carved it in stone and erected it in Georgia, America, the Georgia Guidestones it's called. 500 million human beings living in perpetual harmony with the planet Earth. How many middle classes are there? All over the world. There's more than 500 million. A lot more. You're not part of the cult's plan. The 500 million is only the rich people, the world's aristocrats, the world's corporates, the top bankers. Not your stockbrokers or your low-down shareholder workers, the ones that sell and buy shares. They're middle class, expendable. They're all expendable. Same as the underclass, expendable. They may keep a few slaves. That's what the vision implant is for, an RFID implant. They use both implants to implant it. You have an implant in your wrist, and your hand, your thumb, between your thumb and your finger. You have an implant in there for bank activity and ID. You also have the vision implant, so they can spy on your mind and torture you. All about 360 degrees human control, full spectrum dominance. That's the cult's plan, to enslave the planet in a matrix, an implant matrix. That's what 5G's for. They'll upgrade 5G once the technology allows it. 5G's for the implant being rolled out. Takes up bandwidth. The vision implant takes up bandwidth, but it works. Edward Snowden proved it. It works on a mass scale. The Conservative government proved it in that leaked experiment that came out. Sorry, I'm rolling a joint just now. I'm going to have a wee smoke, but I have this Seer vision. Hope you don't mind. Or plans. How long has this been on? 23 minutes. That's okay. I have a Seer vision. In fact, I'll play a Seer vision if I roll this. Then I have another talk. Wait after I pause it. I've got a 15-minute Seer vision to play. I had to cut this short. It was a half hour, but there's music on it by Highlong that I can't play on YouTube. I don't think any of these two tunes are in Highlong. Got any Highlong in them rather. So I'll play these. If any of them get ripped out, I'll have to rip them out. So if there's a pause in the video or what seems like a gap or a strange continuation, it's just, it was ripped out because it was Highlong. 15 minutes, here we go. It's the 31st of the 1st, 2022 at 6:55 in the morning. I've been up since 11 o'clock. I fell asleep yesterday, got into a night shift routine, shamanic journeying, on and off the past several weeks. I'm now on the night shift, so I think I'll upload a spiritual journey again. I think I'll try again. This is the second attempt in 3 or 4 days. I go in now. It's a good journey the other day, recorded it, uploaded it to the website. So you see it up there if you go on there. Right now, I'm going to go in. Going to give me an hour one this time. See a bright light, a small bright light. I can see one of my priestesses, one of Canonic's priestesses, Mother's priestesses, one of my spirit guides. She's looking at me. She examines, this is a body check. This is a physical examination. She's examining my chest, my lungs. I think my lungs again. I've already seen them in this previous shamanic journey. Yeah, we'll just split up. I have to calm down the smoking. I'm decided to stop smoking the other day. That's my spirit guide just coming along and emphasising it. So I have to stop smoking cigarettes and calm the marijuana down. Can't see anything. Just dark scale, can see a face appeared, my vision lit up, seen streakers of lights, streakers of auras, the grey lights, it's forming a circle, it's forming a face now, it's one of my spirit guides again, not sure which one. There's another one of my spirit guides up here, I know who that one is. That's Morgana. First one was Raven. And the other spirit guide I've got is Ermid. 3 wonderful teachers. See auras. Forming a V shape, swirling upwards, right in front of my face, it's right into my face now. Sorry, oh my, that hurt my toe. I go back in, stare at the candle again. See an aura, bright light, there's another light just appeared, turned into a ball, like a very faint yellow, but it's turned into a face now, it's turned into a man, it's looking to the left, it's looking slightly to the left now, it's looking to my right. Faded, you can see another aura. See a pineal gland sign. I need to charge the gland. Visions ain't that bright. You turn the heating on, take hold on. Cold. Hot and cold flashes. Can't see anything now. Oh my. I'll go back out. See an order. Order in front of me like a tunnel. I'm in the entrance of a tunnel. The orders. Swirling around. Just getting orders. Whoa, seen a keeper there. That was scary. That was nuts. Seen a keeper in the underworld there. To warn people about this on my radio show. That's what I am. I'm a Druid and Seer, and I have a radio show on Sentinel Radio. There's a pagan podcast gets broadcast every Sunday. It launches on the 9th of July. That's sorry, 9th of February. Been doing promotions for it leading up to the big launch. Uploading to YouTube. We done a 2-week trial broadcast to test it out. Oh sorry, I nearly opened my eyes there. I'm not seeing anything, that's why I'm talking. I'm not talking, when I'm not seeing anything I tend to ramble. I want to stay in deep. See, sometimes you get really spectacular visions when you stay in deep. Instead of the short ones with the candle. But the short ones can be spectacular. There's a face. Spirit guide protested me out there to see if I would shut up and concentrate on the visions. And I will. The orders. See, I don't know what that is, a dark scale, like a tunnel, I think a faint tunnel. I'm in a tunnel. We're approaching the end of the tunnel. So we're into a rectangular box. Like a letterbox shape. Like a tunnel. It's a tunnel, a rectangle, but a letterbox tunnel. Now, I've never seen one of these before. I think I have to fast forward the music. This music's too slow. Can't see anything. I open my eyes off. Cut the music forward. Back in there. Try and go in with the drums. I'll put runner on, I'll pause that one. And I'll put runner on. Go in with the drums in this one. I set the candle for a long time. The last the pineal gland. I hope the volume's okay in this microphone. Hope you can hear me okay. handle when I'm charging the glandy, I don't like that. That's my eye. See a shoulder, like a cauldron, and a light at the bottom, like a mouth, turned into a big person. There's a smile on it, with a light at the nose, a pineal gland at the nose, there's a pineapple, that's the shamanic code for the pineal gland. See a face, look to the right, a red face, orange, bright orange face. There's a thumbs up. In order, red order, contained within a grayscale order. With a hoover, that's a boot, someone's leg with a big boot. There's the trousers, someone's leg, but someone should stand up. Yeah, in order now. That was an important message, that's why the vision went blank there after it. There's inactive people, lazy people involved in some of the things that's going on here. People that are listening. Inaction is wrong action. Still a type of action. Inaction is bad action. Causes suffering. Laziness causes suffering. There's a time to be lazy. That's when you've got to come on spare hours in your hand. Till then you can't. Wow, what was that? That was like a spirit zooming to the right there. That was a Banshee. Female spirit guide and it's Morgana. So that was Hermit. Morgana just appeared there. Sometimes it's hard to make them out, the shapes they appear in, faces they appear as, outlines I see, all the outlines, the hair, body, contours of the face, neck. It's hard to explain what I see, it's amazing, I don't know if I should say. We all see it in entheogenic plants, so and we should all be shamanic journeys, so there's no harm in saying what I see. Spirit guide would freak out with me if I was saying things wrong. She would let me know. They always do. There's the end of that tune, and it opened my eyes now, unfortunately. Oh well. Yeah, that was a recorded shamanic vision from the 31st to the 1st, 2022, 31st of January. That was the day before Emok. I never noticed that there. I wonder if I remembered that at the time. I would have said if I did. I wonder what time of day I would have done that. Not likely. Anyway, back to this. One of the subjects in that shamanic journey was action. We were shown inaction and action. Now that was important. It was important to, at the time I was giving advice to two groups of people who got in touch with me via the radio station. Now for them, inaction meant death. Was interference with this, was interference obviously. That phone. That's no. That's it. sorry. The yeah, again. Yeah, that's better. I think that's it there. That's not spooky. You think it's the government trying to speak me out. Where was it? Oh, inaction. Action and inaction is important. You've always got to do the right thing at the right time. So when you're required to do action and your desire is inaction, then you're sinning. You're sinning against the gods and you won't transcend. It's important to do the right thing at the right time. You can be late as long as no harm has come to the person that needs help, if that's what it was. Or in other circumstances it could be when action is required, whether it's building a house or putting up wallpaper. Maybe a house is a wreck, time to clean the house. Action is required. Now, it's not just about daft things. Action and action. I want to put the music back on. Not just about daft things, inaction and inaction. It's about important things. Politics, spiritualism, family time, friend time, community time. And revolution time, if there's a need for one in your mind. And I'm going to wake all of you up that in your mind you're going to be screaming out by the time you've heard me for 1 year. You're going to shout, revolution now. Revolution now. Revolution today. I'm going to this protest. We must protest against the cult. Must. It's imperative that we do that. Imperative. That's the word. That was a bit. I don't know where that interference is coming from. Yeah, that's better. I think the government doesn't like what I'm saying. It's trying to stop me saying what these things I say when I'm trying to wake up the whole of Britain. I'm reaching a lot of people, I know I am. My YouTube stats are rigged, my Mixcloud stats are rigged. This is not my ego talking, this is me talking. I am public. It's the same in anonymous websites and the anonymous channels on YouTube. The stats are rigged, they're underplayed to discourage people from watching them and wakening up. It's all psyops. So if we encounter that, we must fight it as best we can. We're not always capable of winning. How can you defeat the government on your own? One man cannot defeat the government. If I fight the government on my own, I will be defeated. I will lose. I may lose my life because I am a revolutionary. Because of what is needed on this planet today, and because of the state of the government and the cult, I am a revolutionary. A peaceful revolutionary. I believe we still have time for a peaceful revolution. If we wait 20, 30 years to take to the streets, we won't have time for a peaceful revolution because the police will have the implant, the vision implant. Then it's game over for us. So the police will take no prisoners and we'll be depopulated. 500 million? Is that what you want for your children? Be turned into Morlocks, implanted Morlocks or dead people? No point in having kids, is there? If you're going to sit in your house and do an action and the time to protest is now. There's a protest happening in London soon, an anti-depopulate protest. I'm going down to it. Halloween it is. 1st of November, around about then. Or Saturday, around about then. Hold on, I'll check the calendar. July, August, September, October, November. 29th of October, or the 1st of November, Guy Fawkes Night, Saturday, Guy Fawkes Night it is. That's when they'll do it. And I'm going to it. It's in London Regent's Park. A Guy Fawkes Night protest, the 5th of November. Saturday, the 5th of November. We fight back, take back our nation. Who's up for it? I'm up for it. I'm going down. I'm going down on the 4th. Booked a hotel for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to come back Monday if I'm still alive. If I go down and protest alone, I'll be killed. Or I'll be ignored. But I'll be on my own. Are you coming with me? The cult and the lackey politicians result in anger. Everybody's angry with the government. Now we have to channel that anger into the right action. And the right action is protesting against the state of our lackey politicians for those psychopathic cultists. The Illuminati. Revolution. A peaceful revolution is possible in Britain and the West. France, America, Germany, Holland, Spain, Portugal, Italy. It's possible in the West. What happens in the West links to the rest of the world. If we rise up in the West, the rest of the world will follow us and we'll create a world utopia, a worldwide revolution leading to a worldwide utopian planet. Not with 500 million people and a few 100,000 Morlock slaves, implanted Morlock slaves under the cult's depopulation agenda, their dystopian utopia. We create a utopian utopia, not a dystopian utopia. Suffering, causes, solution. Can Druid help with suffering? What causes suffering? Politicians again. Who molds society? What causes suffering in society? And who molds society? The politicians, and the media, the mainstream, the establishment, the Western establishment. That's the cult. Cause suffering in us middle classes and underclasses. So the aristocrats and corporocrats can run to their bank accounts and go to the Bahamas on holiday every year. Or we settle for Blackpool or Skegness, or if we're lucky we fall off to Ibiza for 2 weeks. Tenerife maybe. That we save up for a holiday of a lifetime. Maybe go to the Southern Hemisphere, Australia or America. Well, the majority of people don't even go on holiday. The underclasses, will we forget about them? I won't. I'm part of them. I'm the underclass. At this moment in time, I have no work. I walked out with Druid and tried to spark this revolutionary protest down in London. I'm going down. I hope the whole of Scotland comes down with me. Northern England, Wales, Northern Ireland, I hope the Irish come over in their droves. I hope the Southern English rise up and we all head to Regent's Park for the biggest anti-depopulate and implant protest on this planet, where we force the media to cover our story. The media have never ever mentioned depopulate and implant without mentioning the word conspiracy theory. Tinfoil hat. Edward Snowden proved the implant is real. So it's not tinfoil hat material any longer. Edward Snowden destroyed them, and so did all the whistleblowers since then, including the whistleblower of the North. Now, suffering is caused by politicians doing what the cult want, and the solution is to channel our anger into the protests and take to the streets in a peaceful way. We have the numbers, so they're terrified of us, absolutely quaking themselves that we wake up. And we are waking up. All of us are waking up. It's my spirit guides that woke me up. The 3 spirit guides and the workers that work with them. You've helped me out without ever be lost. And we can all speak to our shamanic guides, our spirit guides, if we take ayahuasca. Unfortunately, it's banned. In most Western countries, ayahuasca is illegal. What type of governments have we got where they ban entheogenic plants that let you speak to your saint spirit guides and the gods and goddesses? Do they not want us to be sacred, holy people? Do they want us to be degenerated into Morlocks who hit people over the head, rape and pillage each other's resources, where we steal from each other and kill each other? Or the copper cats kill us all and steal from us all? How stupid are we? How really stupid are we to do this every single year? Day in, day out, we steal from each other. Or we live in our walk towers, barricade the doors, barricade the windows, and hope nobody comes in and steals anything from us. Revolution is needed on planet Earth, because the only way to save this planet from destruction is for the people to rise up and take the law into their own hands. Not murder, the right type of law into your own hands. Justice. Take justice into your own hands by overthrowing the corporocrats, the aristocrats in the West. That's what we must do. I'm angry, I think you can tell. I'm not the only one that's angry. I've hardly any money. Got a wee bit of weed left, that keeps me going, that's self-medicating. I'm self-medicating because I'm in the underclass. Other people self-medicate through alcohol, food, tobacco, or gyms. Maybe they go to the extreme of getting an extreme fit body. It's all part of the underclass, all part of the system. We get obsessive with it, to the detriment of our life, and to the detriment of our children's future, because we're not taking to the streets and protesting this implant agenda. There are 3 worlds: the upper world, the middle world, and the lower world. And in the upper world, There are another 2 worlds contained within it. Turnanog, the underworld. There are 3 worlds, as well as the land of the dead. The land of the dead is where we all go when we die, to be judged for our life story. Are you ready to be judged for your life story? Do you really believe you're going to go to heaven? Or do you leave a planet behind you destitute and destined for depopulation? Do you really think you'll be accepted into heaven by the gods if you haven't done anything to stop it? If you've done an action when action is needed? We must all wake up. Wake up to the Aishi, our spirit guides. Turnanog, the underworld, the land of the dead. They're all up there in Turnanog, up in the upper world. In the middle world, that's us. That's where we live. The mortal realm. The lower worlds for dead animals and plants. That's where they go to. Where they wait to be reborn. Everything gets reborn. All souls. All souls get reborn. Or else you transcend to Turnanog, if you're lucky. You've minimised your suffering. How long's that? 57 minutes? Call it quite soon. Don't think I can get a lifetime marriage on again. But I'm not in the mood for it. Played the recorder, so that'll do. That was a good one, that was an hour. Call it quits there. We'll see what we talked about. We talked about politics and the 3 human classes. The aristocrats and corporates, the upper class, the middle classes, the lower classes, the underclass. We didn't talk about green parties. I'm just looking at my notes just now. We didn't talk about the green parties. That's part of the political solution. The green parties won't depopulate this planet. So vote for them at the next election. Don't vote for the 2 mainstream parties, because we're voting for our children's death or enslavement. Not talked about utopia. Don't think about this episode. Don't ever ever see utopia. If people stay asleep, that'll never happen. The worst of it is, it can happen. It's possible to achieve that utopia. I've been told in shamanic journeys it's possible to achieve. All we have to do is the right action at the right time, and we will achieve that utopia. Before the all-encroaching dystopia embraces us all and enslaves us for all time. Because once you've got the vision and plan, you will never ever get it out. I call it quits now. I'll leave it on a sad note. I'm going to leave it with a bit of hope. If you never ever recover from depopulating an implant, because we're the middle and underclasses, then we must do a revolutionary protest and take to the streets on the 5th of November, on Saturday, the 5th of November 2022, down in London at Regent's Park. I'll be there. And I won't be on my own. I'll be promoting it. And there's other people promoting it too. We'll sign the date, and the date's set in stone now. We'll join up with Anonymous for the march, a 1,000,000-man march from Regent's Park to the BBC till we wake up the world's media that we do not want that implant in our grandchildren's head. And we want our children and our grandchildren to thrive, not be depopulated or turned into implanted Morlocks. Revolution is coming. Thank you.